You said you wanted a big chop too, right?
Say what?
You said you wanted a big chop too, right?
Shut the fuck up.
About 4-5 inches.
Done.
Fuck out of here, hella bald headed. shaved edges, all the shit.
You know how they put on the shade room, like, what you asked for, what you got.
What you asked for, what you got. That's hella funny.
To improve your vision, so call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. 1-800-264-3225.
Bro, they about to be like, she doesn't need fake
Right. Shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. The bitch, you get up and do my hair every day.
Right?
I be thinking that. Because you ain't got to do this shit every day.
What's poppin', Dope Nation? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, DOPEaxXPANA, and today I'm sharing with you guys a messy tribal feed and braid look that was inspired by India Love, and I'm doing a layer of box braids in the back. These two top sections will be feed and braids, and y'all, I'm already knowing that her natural hair is popping, so I'm gonna get 72,000 comments like, she doesn't even need fake hair. Like, please shut the fuck up. Like, that is the most irritating comment ever. There are just like so many reasons to protective style your hair no matter what length it's at, and I hate the idea that like synthetic hair is only for people with short hair. Like, no. Okay, people will sometimes add it for length, sometimes fullness, sometimes just for it to last longer. Maybe they're going on vacation, they don't want to have to like deal with their natural hair, and just a lot of the like tribal feed and braid looks would not look the same without fake hair added to it. So that is like the most irritating comment that I get like on a daily basis. But anyway, for this look, we are going for like a messy look. I'm not sure if you guys like peep India Love whenever she gets her hair braided. It always looks super bomb, and it's kind of like a messy type look. Like, she leaves a lot of baby hairs out. The braids aren't super perfect, and when I used to see them, I used to be like, baby, you can afford a better braider. But I definitely feel like now that is like the look that she's going for, and I actually like learn to love it. So my friend here in this video, she can definitely pull out this look. She has the swag for it, the baby hairs for it. Like, it looks popping on her. And so anytime I do her hair, we kind of like go for a messy type of look that's similar to what India Love does. So I'm adding box braids here in the back just for some fullness, and the top two layers are going to be feed and braids. And we didn't want to do like box braids all in the back because we wanted to lay really flat, and her hair is like really thick. So that's why we decided to do 2 layers of feed and braids. So this is what it looks like once the box braids are completed, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a layer of feed and braids, and I did want these feed and braids to be extremely neat. And to start this off, I'm doing my first braid down the middle, and that's just kind of how I help myself separate the hair and also make sure that all my feed and braids are going straight back and they're not angled, because I used to have an issue with that. So it just helps me if I do a guide braid down the middle and then work my way out. I am using 4 packs of Expressions braiding hair for this look, and I cut the hair in half and feathered it. And if you're interested in knowing how I feather my hair, I do have a video on my channel, so make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. I'll link it in the description section. I also have a super detailed feed and braid tutorial on my channel, so if you're interested in seeing how I achieve my feed and braids, I will go ahead and link that video as well. It does look a lot more neat when your feed and braids are touching, so you want to make sure that as you're adding hair to your feed and braid, especially when you get towards the bottom, you're adding enough so that it's thick enough to touch the braid next to it. So here you guys can see what it looks like when that layer of feed-in braids is done, and you can see how like full it looks with the box braids underneath. I am going to be braiding these down towards the end. I kind of like to do that because when I braid the hair down, I can like sit. So yeah, that's why it's not braided all the way down. So in the top here, I'm going to be doing just another layer of feed-in braids, and these are going to be kind of messy. So all the hair that you guys can like kind of see that's comb to the front, all that hair is going to be left out. I'm going to be leaving out some of her sideburns, and then just these braids in general are going to be like kind of messy. Like I'm not trying to do super neat feed-in braids, and you guys already know like I can clearly do super neat feed-in braids, but these aren't going to be perfect. So they may have some like bumps and lumps in them. Like all of that was intentional. We're kind of like going for a messy look, like as if you had your braids up for a couple weeks already. I already addressed this in a video, but I wanted to address it again. A lot of people comment that, oh, her scalp is turning red, like you're braiding too tight, and I think people just assume when they see redness of the scalp that the braids are too tight, and the redness in the scalp mainly comes from parting because we're going over the same part multiple times trying to get it as straight as possible. And I've seen this happen, you know, when I do hair or when multiple braiders do hair. Sometimes the client's scalps are just sensitive, and sometimes it's just irritated that we're going over the same part multiple times. But a lot of the times the redness is in the scalp even before I start braiding, so it is kind of irritating sometimes when people just assume that you braid too tight when they see redness of the scalp. I always check in with my clients to make sure it's not too tight, and most of them say that it's fine. So I just wanted to clear the air on that again. once I'm done with her feed-ins, I'm going in with the Lotta Body Foaming Mousse, and I'm going to go ahead and mousse her whole hair. This just helps lay down flyaways. It's also extremely soothing. I know when I got my lemonade braids, this was my favorite part. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first, and then next I'm going to go over it with hairspray. I usually use Spritz or the Got To Be Glue, so that's what I'm using. This is just going to help when I tie it down, give it an extra hold. And then this here is Wild Growth Hair Oil. This is really good if you're trying to thicken your hair, but also just a great moisturizer. So I'm going to go ahead and massage that into the scalp. And if your client's hair is pre-moisturized, obviously you can skip this step, but her scalp was really dry. We didn't pre-moisturize it, so I'm doing that now. And then I'm going to go ahead and tie it down with styling strips. I didn't do her edges yet, but I'm just going to tie this down, and it'll stay, the strips will stay on there while I dip her hair. So she wanted inches for her braids, so they are really long, and I'm just making sure that I'm only dipping the bottom half just because her hair is so long and I don't want to give her any heat damage. So I'm focusing really just on the ends of her hair when I'm dipping, and people still ask me what the dipping is for. It's just to seal the ends of the braids so that they don't unravel, and also just like to loosen them up. When you first get your braids, they're super stiff, so if you're not dipping them in water, that's definitely one of the reasons why. So I go ahead and dip them. I always dip the ends twice just to make sure they're nice and straight and not like scraggly or nappy looking. And then I'm gonna trim off any excess ends from that. Whenever I trim, I don't like trim straight across because nobody wants like a blunt look. It looks more natural if you go in kind of like a half circle shape. So I start high on one end, I curve and go down, and then I go up high on the other end as well. And so guys, this is the finished look. I did decide to style her edges, but like I said, this is like intended to be a messy look, so really I probably shouldn't have, but I kind of just wanted to practice doing edges anyway. So yeah, you guys can see the layer of box braids here at the bottom. I have a really flat layer of feed-ins, and then her feed-ins at the top. And y'all, I love this style. It turned out so bomb. Let me know if you guys like the baby hairs, because if you guys have seen in a lot of my videos, I don't typically like do crazy baby hairs, but I was like, let me try to, you know, do something crazy. So let me know in the comment section if you guys actually like her edges. Maybe I'll start styling my clients' edges more. I definitely need to practice, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this look. I hope you guys learned something. As always, I love you guys so much. Thanks for the support. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.